Today you get me teaching your math lesson today. Okay, so you have been working really hard at your teen numbers, doing number bonds and making number sentences with them, so we're going to do some more today. All right, so do you see on my board what I have? I have some red hearts, but there's a lot and they're all in a line. So the best way for me to count them is to count them one at a time, starting at one side. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to count, so you count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 red hearts. So I'm just going to write that so I don't forget. I have 12 red hearts. So how can I show my parts in my whole? You've been working on it. It's called a number bond. So I'm going to start with my number bond. Oh, and look, I already have my 12 here. I'm just going to make it my whole, right? The whole is what you have all together. So 12 is my whole. Now I need to figure out my parts. And we have been working with those teen numbers, so we know that our parts are 10 ones. So I'll go ahead and put that in one of my parts. 10 ones. And how many do I have left over? If we have 12, that's 10 ones and, 2 ones. Good. So this shows me that 12 is 10 and 2. Those are my parts. What is another way I can show this? What do you think? What have we been working on? Yep, a number sentence. So I'm going to start, since I had my whole, because my picture showed and I counted and I got my whole, I'm going to start with my whole. So I have 12. What sign do I have to do? Do I do a plus sign or an equal sign? I have to do an equal sign because that was my whole. 12 equals, now we have to figure out what are our parts? 12 equals blank plus blank. 12 equals, there we go, 10 and 2. 10 and 2. So now let's go ahead and go back to our picture so that we can make it easier when we are counting again. So our picture, we have our whole, which was 12, but I'm going to break it up with a circle. So I'm going to circle part of that. So how many am I going to circle first? You got it. I'm going to circle 10. So let's count out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm going to do one big circle. So my circle tells me I don't need to count that anymore. I know how many is in that circle. It's 10. So now when I look at the rest of the hearts, I just count on from 10. So I put 10 in my brain. 10, 11, 12. All right. So we're going to do another problem. So give me a minute and let me erase this. All right. I have our new problem. So what do you see on this picture so far? Let me give you a second to look at it. I see some animals. All right. So let's first think about the easiest way to do this. So do you remember subitize? That is counting with your eyes. What do you see? So if I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 geese, and I look below, and it's the same amount, 5 and 5 is 10. And then how many pigs do I have? 3. 10 geese and 3 pigs. How many is that? What teen number? 13. Yeah, so I didn't need to go and count each one. When it's organized like this, I can subitize and figure out how many is there. So now we have 2 groups. Before, I had 12 hearts all the way across. It wasn't organized in any way, but now I have two groups. I have 10 geese and 3 pigs. So, I'm going to put that in my number bond, and I'm going to put my parts first because that's what I saw first, right? With my hearts, I had to count it all and get my total first and then figure out my parts. But now I have my parts. So 10 geese and 3 pigs. Okay? Let's see. I'm actually going to write it up here so that we can see it better. So my parts again were 10 geese and 3 pigs. So we know, because we've been working with team numbers, that 10 and 3 make 13. Okay, so now if I'm going to do a number sentence, I'm going to write it differently than how I did my hearts. I'm going to now start with the parts. So now I'm going to have blank plus blank equals my whole. Right? Before I had my whole, so I said blank equals blank plus blank, but I'm starting with my parts now. So I had how many geese? 10. And how many pigs? 3 equals 13. Good. Now, I could write it the other way, and you guys have been doing that. Right below, I could say 13 equals 10 plus 3. It gives me the same information. It tells me my whole in both of them, and it tells me my parts in both of them. It's just the way I saw my picture first. And this picture was organized for me in my parts already. Now I could go back and I could go and do my circle so that my brain knows that's already 10. So I have my 10 geese. So my group of 10 and my group of 1s down here. All right, kiddos, you have some problems to work on. The first one's about apples, so go ahead and go read that one and figure out what your parts are and what your wholes are. All right, have fun.